We'll be lucky to get a few hundred views on Facebook or YouTube. So we have no power right now, so we've been sweating to death trying to get this going as fast as possible. But I'll figure all that out later. That's after we get power.
All right.
Okay. All right. I guess the only thing left to do is to do it. Okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. We're always living life up to no grid. Sorry it's not the best picture, and I wouldn't even normally video. But here's the thing. I have looked everywhere for a video or a diagram on how to go from the Will Prowse setup for the EG4 6500 EXs to the new 18K PV. And just tidbit of information, these things suck. If you have these and you're not already upgraded, you should do so before you end up like us, which is without power in the middle of the day. This is the third time this has happened to us, so I already had the 18K PV on site planning to do this upgrade when I had more time, but unfortunately it went down today and there is a firmware update that we cannot make happen. There is a cable being overnighted to me that we think could make it happen, but I don't have time for that. It is currently August in Southwest Missouri. It's 105 degrees. We have a solar generator running our freezer and our 2 propane refrigerators while we do this. It is currently, I think, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're going to try to get this done before nightfall so that we still have some power or some daylight hours for at least running and grabbing tools. We have hashed out what we think is a plan, and I will do my best to talk through anything that I feel needs explanation. But for now, we're on kind of a time crunch. I wanted this to be a much better video, but I figure at this point, a video on this is better than no video on this. So, nothing left to do it but to do it. All right. I'm shutting down all breakers on the batteries. I'm powering off all batteries because I will have to make one new cable, I believe, to be able to get to the new inverter. So everything has to be shut down completely. The good news is it will get a lot quieter in here when these inverters are not blaring. Now the only thing we can hear is the refrigerators running because their fans are on full blast because it is hot in here. That is our charge inverter that hooks up to our generator, but unfortunately we can't use the generator if we're not using the inverters as pass-throughs. Okay. Alright, everything is shut down, and now we just need to start disassembly. voltage equipment is never fun.
And do we need to label anything? You're gonna
So I have everything labeled.
Yeah, I seen that we still had stuff.
No, but I mean original labels. See,
okay.
this is ground, this is neutral, this is red.
Right.
And then on the solar panels, I have everything labeled also. They all have different colors. So there's the red, blue, green, and yellow arrays.
All right.
So
you know where those go, because
not that it should matter for what we're doing, but everything is already labeled.
Right. Yeah, I just this all in one's kind of
tripping me up too.
I'm like just making sure that okay, because this was one array, that one was one array.
No, this is 2 arrays, and that one's 2 arrays.
Or well, but yeah, one each, 2 each.
Yeah.
And so that one, it's like, do those need to swoop into the right spots?
They do, but they're together. So you're right. They do. It does matter because.
But as long as this stays as a bundle.
The 2 reds have to stay together. Okay. The 2 blues have to stay together.
All right,
see?
that makes sense now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So in theory, if you can get that black undone, then that one's ready to come off the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, so those brackets are made to kick this out flush like that. So it's not hanging against the wall. We can do that anytime.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's got tons of it. It's actually going to be probably tied up into...
Now, is this one going to reach?
Nope.
It might for tonight, maybe. But it ain't going to be right.
Have to try to move the whole battery box over and then we'll have a gap against that wall, which...
Now, what I'm wondering is if we can't... Where's this red cable come from? Down in here, I think.
Yes.
Is there any play in this cable? In there?
No. None.
It's already as tight as it is.
Yep. It's as tight as it's going to get.
Okay.
The only way is to go through that side opening. There's a side knockout.
Oh, there is?
Right behind that latch.
That might be better to go through all of them through there then if we can. And then it would reach.
Well, there you go. I mean, granted.
I mean, it won't look very pretty over there, but I might be able to make it look all right. We need to get that black cable, the one that I took out, fed out of there.
Well, if we're going to attach something to it to drag the new one through, we don't want to just pull it out.
Okay.
All right, that tape's coming up.
We're going to have new cables that come out of the main breaker box. These aren't even remotely long enough. Alright. So, these ones will be long enough. I genuinely would like to know. I need the book. Offgrid. Here we go. See, it shows load, which they have a red and a black. We can use 2 reds, whatever, don't matter. Because they're both hot.
Yeah. Well, I think that the reason why that was like that was because we had 2 inverters.
And then we've got 2 loads and a ground coming right out of here already. That's deleted. Just be on the safe side.
Not a bad habit to get into.
Hold that.
Okay. This is where you come in and I stay out of the way and just hand tools. The brawn is no longer needed.
That's not true.
Now it's the brains.
I'll still need you to follow along for a confidence booster. From time to time.
A fancy way of saying cheerleader?
No. You might need to, just like that, I need to run the idea off of you.
My ideas might not get us.
But I do need you to watch the time. If it gets within 10 minutes, we're calling Signature Solar just in case.
It's 4:35 now.
I'm hoping to get this wired in fast enough that I can call them. Oh, shoot. The other battery cable.
Okay, so I need to zip tie this one to that one and pull it through.
Yes. I feel like now would be a good time to say, we are not electricians. Please do not take electrical advice from this channel. This is not going to be even remotely the cleanest wiring job that we have ever. But maybe this fall when we want to put power to the shop and stuff like that, we can redo this. But right now it just needs to get ran, period. And hope that it works, and hope that we don't have to put those others back on the wall.
It'll be fine.
Right now I'm hoping I'm not even so sure I don't have to run new PV cables, which granted they're just the little ones. But I don't think they're long enough because they got to come all the way over here. That's why I was trying to get this knocked out. Oh man, this is killing my upper back. Note to self, don't go off grid at the age of 40.
Well, we were technically still in our 30s when we did.
No, we weren't.
I guess, yeah, it might have been right after. Either way.
No, sir.
Same.
We were 40. And I don't like the way I'm getting ready to do this, but we're going to do it anyway. And then we can fix it later, because I think these will reach just barely into these.
Yeah.
What do we have going on here? Do these go in the front? What a gosh. After how many years of wiring? These are even new yet.
Well, I've seen this style.
Well, I've seen this style, but I mean, when we were at Powerflame, we had this style, but not like this kind. Yeah, there it is, just like that. All right. Now,
a little wiring down here, huh?
These are very particular. Not a fan. They're staying in good though, so I guess that's a plus. This is going to be such a cluster over here, but...
Well, good news is
ouch.
we're not...
ouch, ouch. Do you have any pliers?
That style.
That's fine. Just need to be able to crimp these wires in together. They got kind of...
Good news is we're not looking at getting an off-grid home magazine or anything crazy.
Yeah, that ain't no lie. We'll be lucky to get a few hundred views on Facebook or YouTube.
Yep.
Now's the time when you say, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you should like, subscribe, and share, and all the things.
Yeah, what she said.
Alright, that goes on. That's there. That's there. So, I guess...
Do we need to do like they do it at NASA and do a all systems check?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I don't know. I've never worked for NASA. But
where's your phone?
You have it down there. It's down there by that.
Okay. Well, let me see the inverter manual and let's see if it tells us how to start it up. Inverter startup and shutdown procedure. That's what I'm looking for. 47. Starting up the inverter. If equipped, turn on the DC breaker between the battery and inverter first. Although we deleted that, so there isn't one. Turn on the battery breaker located in the cable box of the inverter and then power on the battery system.
Sounds scary. It says to do something and we're like, we deleted that.
Right?
That's not here anymore. Next.
Okay.
Next step.
Alright, are you away from over there?
Absolutely not. I got my hands on the positive and the negative. Yeah, I'm good. Boom. We don't have the main breaker on either.
I know.
Okay. You're just doing step by step.
Yeah, it says turn on the battery breaker
first.
Located inside the cable box of the inverter.
Alright,
okay?
first. Right.
Then power on the battery system, which I'm going to assume is all the batteries, right?
Oh, it's on.
I knew that was going to happen. That's what happened with the old one. Okay. Then it says, ooh, this has got fancy stuff on it.
Well, yeah, it's not a touch screen thing. It's you got keypads to go up and down.
Then it says,
enter and exit.
Make sure the PV voltages of the strings are within operating parameters. Well, I mean, I'm going to guess they're the same operating parameters as the old one. That's what we're going to hope for. Then turn on the PV isolator switches between the inverter and the array, which that would be here. So, all right.
Okay.
It's kind of weird because you're supposed to do something, I thought. But it's blinking down there above the...
Yeah, it's probably got to go through its thing. Not showing really anything at all. It's not showing any today. Whatever. I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, it's acting like...
It's probably got to learn. It's probably got to go through its cycle. That's a big unit that's got...
Make sure steps 1 and 2 are running properly before turning on the grid power or generator power. Well, good news. We don't have to do that. And then it says power on the load box to go to the main thing. But I don't want to do that because the PV isn't working correctly yet. And it says to make sure steps 1 and 2 are working. Obviously the battery is working to here because this otherwise wouldn't be on at all. And this says, oh, that's just blinking signal. So I don't know why these wouldn't be, I mean, I heard nothing when we clicked those on.
Right.
It's called the Geniuses.
Well, let's not get excited about calling them that. But, I mean,
yeah,
you do what you want.
Signature Solar. If you know your
If you need to get in right quick, the answer is 5. And then when they come on again, the answer is 1. Wait for it.
Press 1
now.
For general.
No need to listen to all the menus. It's 5 and then 1.
Press star at any time.
Oh.
Oh, well, I wouldn't think that's it.
Well, it's off.
What does it say?
It just says off. This. Oh, look. Here's another button that says RSD.
Hi, I am currently, I just installed my new 18K. I previously had two 6500 EXs on the wall. So we have no power right now, so we've been sweating to death trying to get this going as fast as possible. I turned on the battery breaker per the instructions. Then I turned on all the batteries per the instructions, and then I turned on the solar disconnects. However, when I turned on the solar disconnects, nothing really happened. Does the switch on the side of this box need to be in the on position?
What switch?
There's an off on, a big, like I think it's a main disconnect.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it's on the left hand side, if it's that dial switch, the rotating one, yeah, that's for solar. Yeah, turn it on, and it should allow for solar to come into the unit.
Okay, so but I don't. Do I turn this on before or after the disconnects?
After the disconnect.
Okay.
And then there's that button.
And then what's the RSD button right below it?
Rapid shutdown. That's in case you're having an emergency.
Okay, so there's readings now, but it's not actually doing anything. Left. Yes, it says 0 with an exclamation point.
Okay, so it's just a communication failure right now.
Okay.
Make your system work without communications, just to let asset know just temporarily, just to get you power.
Yes. Okay, and where does it go over here?
There's 3 across the top.
There's 5 ports on here.
2 to the upper left have plugs in them, and then the one to...
Which one does it go in?
So if you look, so on the 3 on top, it should be the far left one. Above it should be labeled battery comm or bat comm.
Okay, so it's this one with the plug in it.
Okay. Here. Okay. Perfect.
And the inverter, if it is communicating directly with the batteries, it should have beep, or maybe you should see the battery symbol go away and show you the percentage in voltage. Let me know if you see any of that.
Yeah, it didn't change anything.
Okay. Have you guys ever updated your batteries in the past?
I don't believe so. Battery type is 2 lithium, and lithium brand is also 2 lithium_2.
Okay, so the lithium brand, let's change that over to 0.
So it brought up a whole bunch, so I'm going to guess 0 lithium_0.
Correct.
All right.
And then hit the set button off to the right.
Okay.
And you should see a set OK.
Yes.
Message pop up. So exit out of that.
All right.
And then go back to the home page and see if anything changed.
Nope.
Okay. So, yeah, we may need to do a firmware update on the batteries, but for now, let's go back to the settings. We'll go back to the advanced, and I'll have you change it over to lead acid mode, just temporarily.
Okay. So.
Advanced.
Oh yeah. And then down. I think my fingers are too sweaty for this. Okay, and then change the lithium brand to... Oh, you have to do this password thing every time. Lithium brand to lead acid.
Not the brand, but the battery type.
Oh.
You
Go back. Let's just go back to return.
No, that takes you home.
Okay.
You can still put in the password and still go
Okay.
back down and change the thing.
0, no battery.
0, no battery. Oh, lead acid.
Yeah,
Okay,
lead
got
acid.
it. Lead acid.
Now,
No.
how many batteries do you have?
9.
Okay, so if you look under the set button, there's a lead acid capacity. Set that to 900.
Okay. And then hit set.
And then, yeah, hit set.
Okay, something happened.
Yeah, you'll hear a relay click. So you can exit out of set OK and go back to the home page. Your battery should be showing green or
Yep.
maybe yellow.
Yep,
depending
so-
on how low you are.
86%,
53.7.
53.7 volts, and
We are charging.
we are charging, it looks like.
So at this point, you guys can have hook power too. But one thing I need to know for now is that percentage is just the inverter giving a percentage based off the voltage. So it's not actually the state of charge.
Gotcha.
Keep that in mind because we're on that acid. We're not communicating directly.
Perfect. I was going to say, I think we're actually a little bit higher than that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 53 and some change. That's about almost 100%. So
Yeah, that's right, because we left the old inverters on because they were still at least charging. I don't know how, but the batteries were at least charging. So they charged all day today while we've been sweating inside. So the good news is that we do have full battery power for this evening, as long as we can get this up and going.
yeah. So the only thing we need to do as of right now for the batteries in lead acid mode is just set how low they can go down to.
Okay.
Typically, we set them down to 20%. So if you go to the discharge settings, you can start from there.
Okay. Settings, advanced.
I think she said discharge.
Oh, discharge.
Yeah.
Sorry. Discharge. And then,
And then,
Stop discharge.
yeah, up at the top, you should see
Oh.
on-grid cutoff voltage and then off-grid cutoff voltage.
off-grid cutoff percentage. Or no, you want voltage. Okay.
Yeah. So the off-grid cutoff voltage, you can set that down to 46. That's going to be about 20%.
Okay. Set.
No, you gotta go on grid also.
No.
Or off grid. No, never mind, sorry.
Yeah.
On grid.
Yeah, if you have grid, we can set that, but if y'all don't have grid power, we
No.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm so used to being on grid all my life that.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I mean, as of right now, the batteries are going to charge up to 56 volts, 54 to 56 volts, which is going to be around 100%. And then, of course, we just set up the cutoff for 48 or 46, so that's going to be about 20%.
Okay.
So yeah, like I mentioned, there's not much else to do in lead acid mode. If you don't have any power, there's not going to be any other settings we need.
Okay, so then once we get power on, we should be able to get the Wi-Fi going, and we should be able to do this through the computer, right?
If y'all have the loads connected at this point, you can turn on the load breaker, and you should be able to get 240 out.
And we need to turn that off, then turn the load breaker on the disc.
Let's turn all these off and do it one at a time.
Yeah, I think he's right. It's best to turn everything on a little at a time.
Yeah. Let's. Okay.
Alright, so-
I was like, wait a minute. I know what happened. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're okay.
All right. Load.
And main.
Main.
And then just like try kitchen.
Okay. Yep.
For whatever breaker, I was gonna say just pick something that you'll know.
Yeah. Right away. The kitchen light. I think what. Yep. Okay. Perfect. The mini splits.
Yeah.
Turned on.
Okay. I think. The power went off at 9 a.m. Okay. So this has been a very emotional day. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys open on Saturday?
Yeah, we're open from many of the 2 days.
Because I think we could probably tackle this part. I mean, as long as this stays up and going, I can go to work tomorrow and, all the things. And then,
Right now,
so I think it will function now. And then Saturday we can, Saturday morning I can shut down the power and we can put everything together the way it's supposed to go.
so you can just reference that. But yeah, if you call back in, we should be able to pick up where we left off and kind of what we need to do next.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
All right.
Have a good one now.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. You heard it from the guy. We are now, this is our setup now. It is not pretty at all, and I'm fully aware that it's not. This is probably one of the worst wiring jobs I've ever done. But look, we were without, shut that door. We were without power for, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 hours now. So being able to get power, it didn't really matter what it looks like. So now we'll get everything kind of put back together, and then like I told him on the phone on Saturday, we'll kind of put it back together a little bit more appropriately. And it still is not going to be entirely correct until, like we said, the fall, when we can actually take this apart and maybe run this a little bit cleaner. We might have to get some longer cable. Well, I don't know yet. But for today, we have power again, and that is something that I didn't know if we were going to be able to say.
Feeding pigs.
So I'm going to let you guys go. Zach just said he's going to go feed pigs, and I need to go feed rabbits and chickens and make sure everybody has water. And we will carry on as normal for right now. It took us, in case anybody is wondering, I won't make the video 2 hours, but in case anybody wants to know, from beginning to end, this took us 2 hours and 7 minutes. And I would highly recommend that if you are installing something like this, that you make sure and do it during business hours, because as step by step as this manual seems to be, as you see, like sometimes it's just like something's not working. And you know, there's going to be something, we might have to do a firmware update on the batteries, it sounds like, or maybe we need to communicate them with the Wi-Fi dongle, or, you know, so on and so forth. And if you're hooked up to the grid and you have Wi-Fi the whole time, this would probably be a whole different ballgame for you. But for us, there's no grid to tie to, so mobile hotspot was the best I had, and and quite frankly, it just wasn't going to do everything we needed it to do fast enough, because we don't have good enough signal out here. Anyway, we have air conditioning. It's still hot in here, but we have air conditioning. Remember, y'all, never a dull day at the ranch.